We had a good game tonight. Chicago versus Phoenix. It went down to the wire, and you got to see Angel and AT clash. What a great game. It's almost midnight. I'm tired. But we seen a great game. It was a battle. At one point, you thought Phoenix was just going to pull away, but the Chicago Sky fought back. Kia Nurse had one of those. I call her AI. She's just an AI character. Like, she'll be extremely hot or extremely cold. Like, she's AI. But she got hot, and I think she ended the game with like 17 points. We'll look at the stats later. Angel started to carry in the fourth. She started carrying the game in the fourth. Unfortunately, there were, I think, a foul and then a coach's review, which kind of slowed off the momentum for Angel. It just took a lot of time while she was on a heater or had great momentum going. But even at the end, she finished with she had an and one. She got fouled on the layup. And I seen her look over to the coach and said, "Do I miss?" And she shook her head, yes, as if he said yes, like, I understand. And then she missed on purpose, trying to get the offense to rebound that play. So that's how it kind of ended. But all in all, it was simply a roller coaster. Angel started off really bad. I believe through halftime, I think it was halftime, I looked at everybody, and I think all but one player was under 40% for the Sky. We were all struggling. Like I said, Angel she had, like, in just a 1 minute span, she missed like three, a layup, a jump hook, and a putback, like all within 1 minute. So she started off the game 0 for 3, just like that, quick. We weren't getting much easy looks. It was a rough one at the beginning. And let's look at the numbers, because I do believe it was the second quarter. You're not going to believe how many points we scored in the second quarter. We led the first quarter 22-17. And then usually we have a dreaded third quarter. The second quarter was when I was giving the example, I was saying it backwards, that we struggled in the second quarter, not the first quarter. My bad, y'all. The second quarter was ugly. 8 points. And I believe, I looked it up on Real, Angel had 4 of the 8 points in that second quarter. So that means we only got 4 more points from anybody else. That is unacceptable. And then if you look at it, we had every chance to win this game if we would have did things right in the second quarter. We won the first quarter, won the third quarter, and only lost by 2 in the fourth. So if we'd have got things right in the second, we would have hung with them. We probably would have got that game. But the impact I do want to talk about is Angel's impact on this team, because when she was not there, we were getting blown out of every game. And if you go back and look, since she's come back, I do not want to see right now. I don't want to see her right now. If you go and look back, how do you swipe on this thing? Today was a 4-point game, 5-point game against Las Vegas, 10-point game. That's one I really didn't like. 10-point game against the Connecticut Sun. My brain just turned off. What's that? A 6-point game against I cannot talk right now. The Liberty. Then Seattle. This when she came back against Seattle. So she's kept us close in the games. Like before, this was our normal. This is what we was looking at, 60 to 90. This is what we were facing on a night in, night basis without Angel. So that's Angel's impact. Win, lose, or draw, but she keeps the team close when she's there and she's playing. So let's look at the stats from tonight's game. And one more thing about Angel's game, Brian, she doesn't get easy looks. Like the ones she missed, the layups she did miss, they were simple, but they weren't strategic, easy attempts for Angel. Like, she's not getting those on this team, and it's starting to drive me up a wall. Like, bro, we should have some play sets to get these players easy looks. All Camilla shots look exactly the same. There's no scheme into what's going on. Y'all, I'm tired. It's almost midnight. Okay, man, we let Tasha Mack have a career game. She had a career game. She had, how many blocks? She had 4 blocks, 12 rebounds, and how many points? 10 points. That was her career night. And that's different for us. Our bigs usually own their matchups, and then the guards usually just let the other team fly, and we kind of lose games based on what the other guards do. Happened today again. What did Kai have? 28 on her birthday. Lit us up. I Satu just seems like her head's not even in the game. Honestly, if you watch this game, you'd be like, what is Satu doing? And then Alyssa Thomas was just being AT. That's an MVP candidate. For the first 3 quarters, Angel kind of had that in check. Alyssa showed why she's an MVP candidate. She took over in the 4th. She ended the game with 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. So we stopped her from the triple-double that she's been giving everybody. And again, the first 3.5 quarters, Angel made it really, really tough for her. It was a good matchup to watch them. They made each other uncomfortable a lot. That's Angel's hardest matchup, not Fee, not Asia, because Fee and Asia at some point want to play some finesse. AT, zero finesse. And Angel is more of a brute like AT. So it was a great matchup. And AT took over in the 4th and really won them that game. All right, let's look at this guy. Michaela, did she ever come back in the game? She was bleeding at one point. I don't know if she came back in the game now that I think about it. She only played 15 minutes. I think we could have used her a lot more because Kai was on one and Michaela is kind of like our only option on Kai. Kai is a little too big, I believe, for Ariel Atkins. I don't know the height difference, but on the court, it looks like she's just a little too big for her. She's 6'1", and Ariel Atkins, I do remember, is 5'10". So, and I don't know if Michaela's even bigger than that, but Michaela, she has a big stature. She's 6 foot, so I'm not wrong. So, yeah, we needed her out there, and she got injured, and I don't think she came back. But she had 6 points. Again, she would have been great in there for defense. I do remember her hitting a big 3. Angel Reese was 45%. She gave us 15 points, 20 rebounds. Only Angel, man. 8 offensive, and not all those were off her own. We seen her grab plenty of boards from her teammates. She was 5 for 7 from the free throw line. Again, she started off the game really, really rocky. But towards the end, she really picked up the pace and carried that team as close as possible to getting the win. They hit her with some weird turnovers, man. She had a jump ball. She won the jump ball, and her teammates watched the ball bounce and did not go get it. Won a jump ball, and then they gave her a turnover. And you know she's always going to get 1 or 2 offensive fouls. That's going to be a turnover for her. That's how her turnovers just rack up so quick. But she had 15 points, 20 rebounds, which is amazing. 20 rebounds. It's only Angel out there doing stuff like this. Milla, 46%, 7 for 15, gave us 15 points as well, and 7 rebounds. 7 rebounds and 4 assists. Angel had 4 assists as well. Ariel Atkins, this is what kind of held us back here. Ariel Atkins only had 9, and Kai Copper had 28. So we kind of needed you to come meet her. If you would have battled with Kai and, you had 11 attempts. So I'm always saying Ariel Atkins need to be like 18 to 20 attempts because she's our scoring guard. Kai has 16. It would have been great for, Ariel to get a couple more looks, even if it was earlier in the game. And she only shot 36%. So it was kind of a low shooting percentage night for Ariel. And I think that's where, and again, I'm not coming at her hard. I just think that's where the game was kind of, I don't want to say completely lost because turnovers really killed us, but that's what was missing in the chess match was Ariel coming to meet Kai. Rachel Banham was 13 points. She actually was kind of quiet tonight, a couple timely threes, but it wasn't, not that she dominates the game, but they weren't, I don't know how to say it. They just weren't impactful. It seemed like her shots weren't impactful. She had 1 big 3. But it seems like a lot of her shots weren't impactful. And she's one person that will hit the big time impactful 3. She had 4 turnovers to join Angel with 4. And the turnovers are that's our bug, man. It's like we practice turnover drills or something. That's how it looks on the court. Like, man, we practice to turn the ball over. That's what it looks like. Kia Nurse, again, she's an AI artificial intelligent person to me. She's not real, man. She got 17 on 6 for 8, 5 for 7 from 3. She was on a heater. And just, what was the last game? We were all losing our mind because she was the opposite of a heater. She was a colder. But she had her hot game, and she really kept us in the game with some big 3-pointers. When it seemed like momentum was slipping away, she would somehow be open for a 3. E. Will did not score. She had 2 points. She only played 13 minutes. Which is interesting because we were getting crushed by Mac in the post. Beck Allen, I don't remember her on the court. I honestly don't remember her playing. She only played 6 minutes. Don't remember her minutes at all. Uzin, boy, we gotta have a come to Jesus moment, Uzin. And when I say Kia Nurse was hitting timely threes. You were making timely turnovers. You was handing the team the ball. How many turnovers did you have? It seemed like you had there's no way it was one. Uzin is not bringing anything to the table. She's getting cooked on defense. Terrible passes, looking off players. Her one shot attempt, she was 1 for 5, so she did shoot one 3-point attempt. Miller had Mac sealed, and Uzin just shot a 3. It was terrible. Like, it was no rhythm. It was like, bro, you don't see your star player sitting down there calling for the ball with the defender sealed. I'd rather us get a chance with Miller shooting a jump hook versus you shooting a 3. So Uzin, I got to be honest, she is one that is on my list that is kind of driving me crazy on this team. You guys know I'm not the person on YouTube that comes and really bashes this team. I'll call it how it is. I'm not going to beat somebody up the head, but she is struggling. And I said it last game. Her and Beck Allen are twins to me. I don't even know which one you are, because y'all doing the same stuff. Man, all in all, I'll be honest, it was fun to watch because it came down to the end. It was tight. And it was great to see AT and Angel go at it because they're so similar in what they bring to the game. And they're so similar with their build and their force and the momentum and the force they play with, which makes for an amazing matchup. Angel going against Fee and Asia is cool, but sometimes she gets the best of them because she is so strong and she plays such a strong game, and they go to their finesse game and she disrupts what they're doing. With AT, she cannot do that. I think this is the funnest matchup to watch because you got to play chess, and AT is just such a vet that she got these little moves. Her spin move early in the game, she did her spin move and a step back jumper. And then towards the end of the game, she did the same spin move and finished at the basket. Like, that's how you got to mirror your game after somebody like that. She has her go-to and she has her counter to her go-to. And so you kind of don't know which way. Is this spin move going to lead to a layup or this spin move going to lead to a step back jumper? And that was fun to watch, man, that little chess game. I wish we can get, 4 more of those games to end the season. That'd be a lot of fun. But it was a great game. The team fought towards the end. Kia Nurse, Angel, Miller hit some timely finishes in that game. So it was a great watch. I'm AJ. This is my mic. I'm really tired. Peace.